Upon his release in 1978, a newly forged Pedro Lopez emerged, no longer merely surviving, but hunting. He began wandering the northwestern regions of South America, a nomadic predator crossing porous borders with impunity. He later claimed that during this period, he killed over 100 girls, mainly targeting indigenous street children whose disappearances would raise few alarms in official circles. What makes Lopez unique among serial killers is not just the staggering number of his victims, but the eerie calm with which he conducted his spree. Unlike many killers who operate in frenzied bursts, Lopez killed with methodical precision, a terrible machine whose only function was death. From Colombia to Peru to Ecuador, Lopez refined his technique to an art form of evil. His hunting grounds were typically busy marketplaces, where the chaos and noise provided perfect cover. There, he would seek out young girls, usually between 8 and 12 years old, who had strayed momentarily from parental supervision. With disarming charm and the promise of small trinkets or sweets, Lopez would lure his victims away from safety. "I became a hunter of girls," he reportedly told investigators later. "It was like hunting delicious little birds." His preferred time was dawn, when the early morning fog cloaked his movements, and when many young girls in rural areas would leave home unaccompanied to fetch water or attend school. In the misty half-light, Lopez would emerge from the shadows with practiced ease, a predator perfectly adapted to his environment. Perhaps most disturbing of all his practices was what came after death. Lopez admitted to occasionally exhuming his victims' bodies to have what he termed tea parties with them. This macabre ritual suggests a desire for companionship that his violence had made impossible in life, a twisted attempt to create the family connections he had been denied. When finally captured and questioned about his motivation, Lopez offered a chilling insight into his psychology. "I lost my innocence at the age of 8, he told investigators. "So I decided to do the same to as many girls as I could." This simple statement reveals a mind locked in a cycle of perpetual vengeance against innocence itself. In rare interviews, Lopez displayed the flat affect and lack of remorse typical of psychopaths. He viewed his victims not as human beings, but as symbols of a purity he could never reclaim. Objects to be destroyed in his personal war against the world that had destroyed him.